It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott joined in the booth by Brock Hewitt. And in a minute, partner, we are going to kick off, and it'll be a moment both teams have fought for all season. A chance to win the conference title, and more importantly, punch that ticket to the Super Bowl.
There is so much. You can just feel it.
Dive up the middle. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
Set up.
Back-to-back carries here. No questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Another carry for him. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's first and goal. They give it to him again. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Catch made. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season.
Dive play straight in there. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down after advancing this to the 37.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense, guys up front, and gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
That's caught for the first. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead.
13.
Now it's Jackson. Finds his fullback. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Setting him on the dive. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Lamar out of the pistol. Cut near the goal line. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
First down, here's Lamar. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Alpha, sit on. 180. Run. Sit on.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So first down from the 41. It's a design boot. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. There he goes again. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
He's
long back on the handoff. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It's Azarie Thomas making the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Changing it up here, Jackson. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens both racing them to the halftime locker room. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
First down throw for Jackson. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Going back to the backfield, and they give it to him. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson now on third. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've took.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19. Lamar now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set now. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Play fake, Jackson. Well, was caught. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. They're in practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Let him try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He gets it again. Design run. Jackson keeping it. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Now we had a 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Backed up the last 2 plays. Got to go in the right direction here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Forced that to his right. And he's forward for a gain of about 6. Still short of that marker, but they could definitely go for this on 4th down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the 1st.
John Harbaugh's challenged plenty of calls in his career, and he's got the red flag out once again.
The previous play is under review.
Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble.
Hey, Alpha, sit hard. Sit hard. Sit hard.
4th down, here's Jackson. This one to Andrews outright. And they stop it. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but
Sit hard.
on 1st down, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Jackson getting his guys in a hurry up.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got it deep downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have likely left up the win right there. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen will be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because
괜찮아. 들어가.
They'll run here on first down. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
괜찮아. 180.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They'll run now on second down. He has this down to the 34. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. They are Super Bowl bound, Brock. We now know who's going to be representing the AFC in the battle for the Lombardi.
Yeah, you never set out with the goal to be good. You set out to be great. You don't set out to just be a playoff team. You set out to be one of the two teams playing in that special stage of the Super Bowl. And with this win, now they will be.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.